Sola Scriptura was a big deal as a Dutch Calvinist, right? And as a Protestant in general. I had lost faith eventually in my ability to figure out the Bible. I mean, I was a pretty decent armchair biblical scholar. But the more I read, the more I was convinced that you can make arguments for everything from the Bible, right? Some of them are going to be bad arguments, easily swept aside, but it was always going to be a matter of interpretation, right? And so at that point, I kind of wrestled with the idea of teaching authority and the idea of the magisterium, and concluded, with help, that Protestants had a magisterium. And some will call Luther and Calvin magisterial reformers, which is an accurate term, because they were the ones who had teaching authority. Everybody has a magisterium of a sort, even though they may not admit it. I look around at evangelical churches, and who's the privileged interpreter? It's the minister, typically speaking. In some mega churches, a lot of people listen to this and invest a lot of authority in a particular person's interpretation. They might privately dispute it, etc. But I came to realize that everybody's got a magisterium of some sort. And was I willing to sort of go with either my own teaching authority on this stuff or other people's? And at that same time, I'm thinking about, I was Presbyterian, PCUSA. Every summer they would have an annual meeting and wrestle with major issues. And it just, at some level, it got to be ridiculous that things are up for grabs like this on an annual basis, right? And I had no confidence in my Presbyterian magisterium. Wow, wouldn't it be nice to have one that had some unbroken line back to the beginning of Christianity? So the idea of one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church made sense.